Hello, Internet! Welcome back to maybe the final episode of Bazzle Spotlight. Who knows? As I probably told you on Wednesday, I have been having massive problems with my capture card. I've been trying to record this all in one day. I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half or something, just trying to record. Not happening. So that's why I decided to do a show live on Wednesday, as I'm sure I've already explained. But I'm going to try and do one more video for you to go on Friday. So hello Friday, people. Just because, Battle Spot does look quite nice, doesn't it? Seeing the team actually in action. So yeah, I've had a nightmare this afternoon, so I've reset everything. I just hope that I can get this recorded. And, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, it has been recorded. Hooray, we've got a video. So, Yo-Yo from France, Brittany, with a decent rating. It's above 0, I'll take it. Alright, a Trick Room looking team. There's a lot of Trick Room teams around now, isn't there? Necrozma, okay, is an issue, maybe. Tyranitar is interesting. Tyranitar is good every year, aside from when the restricted Pokemon are allowed. So we'll see if that does anything. I suppose in Trick Room, then it can maybe do something. But good rock types in this format are lacking. But there's always an Incineroar, so there's always a Dark type around. I'm going to go with Superior and Yveltal because this is the hardest kind of shut-down Trick Room mode to lead with I've got. But I do need to watch out that if I lose Yveltal, I will just lose to the Necrozma. But he hasn't really got anything that can touch Yveltal outside of Tyranitar and maybe the Tapu Fini up there. So I'm going to bring Xerneas as well. It's good against everything aside from the Necrozma. And do I go Raichu? Do I go Blaziken? Do I go Moongus? The redirection could still be nice. The Fake Out could be okay for Raichu. I don't think I need anything else that does damage. Blaziken. Blaziken looks alright, doesn't it? But I'm going to go with the Moongus just in case he does get Trick Room up somehow. And I want the redirection. He might not bring the Finny. Maybe not. Yeah, I have got things that threaten it with super effective attacks. Well, I've got, so as every team does, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I just think that the combination of Yveltal and Xerneas, especially with the support of Rage Powder, should be good enough to stop his team. So don't need anything else to do more damage. So yep, here we go. Fake Out, Trick Room, perhaps. So if he goes for a Fake Out into a Yveltal, I'll get a Taunt from the Necrozma. And if he goes for a Fake Out into Superior, for whatever reason he won't, I'll get a Foul Play, which should knock out the Necrozma. You can't really bank on it all the time, but it's the best I've got, really, because I'm intimidated. It does knock out most of them. They normally have Weakness Policy or some kind of Berry, so yeah, no Mental Herb there, thankfully. But now we're in a position where Necrozma is threatened, so he's probably going to switch that out into something. My Superior is very threatened as well, too. It could be the Finny, it could be... Well, it could be the Tyranitar, I suppose, as well. But, both his Dark Resists are weak to Grass. So, if I lose Superior here, I lose Superior. I'm going to double into this Necrozma. Because either he's going to lose the Necrozma here, he can't protect it because it's taunted, so if he switches it into something, it's going to be taking a lot of damage. If it is the Finny, then the Leaf Storm is Tyranitar. We'll probably take it down to the Berry, and it'll be at a decent position there. That I suppose will be the worst case scenario at the cost of my Superior. But it's Tyranitar that comes in, and we're going to be doing a decent amount of damage to it. Well, I say a decent amount of damage. I wonder if that's Assault Vested Tyranitar, because that did nothing. Well, it did about 40%. Yeah, so it's in range of another Foul Play. Oh, it's not. Wow, that's just a really bulky Tyranitar. It's a 50% Berry Tyranitar. And is U-turning into the Necrozma? Into something else. Because, surely you don't put in the Necrozma, because unless he is going to try and protect and Rock Slide or something, but a Rock Slide's not going to knock out my Yveltal here. I feel like he should have taken taking my Superior out there. Superior is at +2 now as well, which I think should knock out the Tyranitar. Yeah, it took like 40%, didn't it? So this means 80% from this next Leaf Storm. So I'm tempted to just Leaf Storm into the Tyranitar and Foul Play into the Necrozma. I have got a Moongus in the back, so even if he does Trick Room, I don't think that's going to be fatal to us. So I am just going to do this. I'm thinking maybe I should be, in case the Foul Play doesn't knock the Necrozma out, I should be maybe trying to taunt the Necrozma and play it a little bit safer that way. But I did taunt it the first turn. It's probably Incineroar coming in here. Yeah, I did taunt it the first turn, so maybe it's just going to attack this turn as well. But Foul Play does obviously go by his attack stat. And we'll hopefully knock it out. We are Dark Aura boosted, we are Black Glasses boosted. That +4 Leaf Storm did a nice amount of damage to Incineroar there. So let's see. Nah, it survives. It is weakness policy. I don't think he'll Trick Room. No, it's just Photon Geysering. Okay, that's fair enough. So we're in a similar position now to turn 1. We've denied Trick Room up until this point, thankfully. But we're in a position where that is in Moonblast range, isn't it? The Necrozma. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. We're in a position where he can fake out, sure, but I can just double into the Necrozma with a Moonblast, with a Foul Play. Both of them will knock it out. But does he want to try and get cheeky? Does he want to try and protect his Necrozma? And I mean, a Flare Blitz, I suppose, is the worst case scenario, but it's not going to knock out either of our Pokemon, so I'm just going to play it safe. I'm not even going to Dazzling Gleam in case it isn't in range. Moonblast should knock out the Necrozma there. And I'm going to Foul Play into the Necrozma too. I can see him protecting it, but no. Probably a Fake Out into the Evoltol. Moonblast should knock out this Necrozma. Yeah, which it does. And so, I think that was his only Trick Room setter, wasn't it? So this is kind of how, I think on Monday's video we struggled with Trick Room. This is because they had it was a Colbur Berry Lunala, I think, wasn't it? It was something kind of, awkward like that. He had weakness policy on his Necrozma here. He hasn't got Tapu Fini. There was no Mental Herb or Colbur Berry or anything shenanigan like that, and we've kind of managed to stop him getting a Trick Room up here. So he hasn't got any restricted Pokemon left. We've got a Moongus in the back, haven't we? Yeah, which can't spore anything now, but can at least redirect attacks. I don't want a Geomancer here just because I imagine he's got Haze. So I think I will just Moonblast into the Tapu Fini. I'm pretty sure the Tyranitar was in Foul Play range as well, so the Tyranitar isn't really a threat as long as we've got one of these left. And a knockoff into Incineroar because he's still got his berry, hasn't he? A knockoff will put it into Moonblast range. We're not going to mess around with, stuff like that. We could get a special attack drop with the Moonblast here as well, which we do. So yeah, that is in Moonblast range now. It should be. Yeah, it is an Iapapa berry. He has actually got Moonblast. Some Tapu Fini don't have Moonblast anymore, but yeah, thanks to the special attack drop, we did survive that, unless he's doubling into us, which he could. He hasn't. Yeah, because we knocked off the berry. No recovery for him. I mean, we do need to make sure we don't lose both of our Pokemon. A Dazzling Gleam is safe, but a Dazzling Gleam also activates a potential berry on Fini as well. Moonblast isn't going to knock Tapu Fini out from where it is either. And because Xerneas is faster here, it is going to be moving before I can knock off the berry. So I'm just wondering. I don't think Fini can knock Xerneas out from where it is. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast into Incineroar and protect my Evoltol, which might seem slightly excessively careful. Well, not careful, slightly excessively. Yeah, maybe careful, but just because I think if both of our Pokemon just attacked there, I think we would have still been fine. He didn't know I had a Moongus in the back. If both of those two Pokemon went down, we would have lost. So the game wasn't entirely over, but I mean, maybe he didn't have a barrier on the Finny, but he probably did. But we've got through a game, so please give me your. Would you like to save a video? No, I wouldn't. No video. Yeah, these stupid options after every battle. Let's continue. Yep. Your thoughts, please. Can we get through one more battle with the capture card still working? And then I'll conclude this week of many perils. Oh dear. That's just whatever. Change the music one for a bit of variation. So see what we get. I mean, yeah, unfortunately we are back at this stage of the ladder. I've not really been using Battle Spot. I don't think many people really are using Battle Spot right now because we are going to be going on to Moon on my birthday on the 8th of January. So this will get updated soon enough, and we'll be able to use Z moves, and then people will be using Battle Spot again. But hopefully we'll be able to find one more battle, and I'll conclude this week of the Harrogate team, which I had such high expectations for, but didn't quite work out very well for us. I mean, you can see it is a bit of a delicate team. Things can easily go wrong for it, I suppose. But we find someone from South Korea, and this is exactly the kind of team that I really don't want to play against. This looks like an absolute nightmare for me. Tornadus is a big issue. Amoonguss is a big issue. Necrozma potentially is a big issue. Yeah, this ain't good. So we can Trick Room, we can Tailwind. He can Fake Out with Ludicolo. I don't see Ludicolo that much these days, do you? Would Raichu leading do anything for us? I don't think so. I'm going to go with Superior and Yveltal again. I like this lead. I do like this lead. I think we kind of need Xerneas, but the thing is, if we lose Yveltal, which we could do to, Water Spouts or whatever, we're just going to lose to the Necrozma. And again, we're going with these three, which can't really touch the Amoonguss. Yveltal is really the best thing we've got to touch. Amoonguss. This is the fundamental flaw of the team, because I don't want to bring Blaziken here because he's got all these things that can one-shot it basically. But how else do we touch Amoonguss aside from putting his things to sleep, hopefully with our own Amoonguss and playing the sleep game? So we'll see how this goes. This really is nightmare scenario on team preview, but we'll see, won't we? We will see. Capture card has stayed working so far. So Kyogre Tornadus, yep, fair enough. Let's see if it's a Scarf Kyogre or not. In a Timer Ball, was it? That white one. Yeah, okay, so it's not Scarfed. There's no Serena either, so even if it was Scarfed, I did have the option of Sucker Punching it. But is he just going to protect and Tailwind? Is he going to protect his Kyogre? Like, his Kyogre is super threatened here. I feel like he has to protect his Kyogre. But we are just at this sort of lower stage of the ladder. Do we really want to try and make predictions like that? Because Tornadus is a big problem for the team. So I do kind of want to get rid of it. So I'm going to Leaf Storm. This might be wrong, but I'm going to Leaf Storm and knock off into the Tornadus. He's not protecting his Kyogre. He's not Tailwinding either. So he's probably just going to go for a Hurricane and a Water Spout. And there we go. Just like that, we've probably lost the game. Because a single target Water Spout is probably going to knock us out. So he's not got any Tailwind, but we need Yveltal to survive this. Because he should have Necrozma in the back. Ooh. Okay, well we survived that. Let's put Xerneas in then. So that's not a choice specs Kyogre. So he could have protected it. Incineroar comes in. Yeah, fair enough. Does he fake out the Evoltol? Is that too obvious? I mean, after a turn 1 like that, what do you make of an opponent? Like, how do you get a read on them? You don't. You can't, can you? Do I just double protect here, or do I try and protect Evoltol on Geomancy? But then if he fake outs the Xerneas, I mean, either way, if I lose the Evoltol, then there's a good chance I've lost the game. So I'm gonna just double protect this turn. I imagine he's just going to go for a fake out and an attack. And I suppose the next turn I need to Geomancy and switch into Amoonguss. So it was a fake out into the Xerneas. So he made a call there. So he has got some nous. So now I'm going to try and Geomancy and switch into Amoonguss. The problem is I've got a red card on this Amoonguss, and this is one of the times it's probably not going to work out for me, because I'm imagining it is going to be Necrozma in the back. I'm going to eject his Kyogre into the Necrozma, and then, you know, Xerneas, Geomanted or not, is not going to be able to touch it. It's going to be able to trick him, going to be able to do whatever he wants, and game over, I'm afraid. But yeah, so this is, I don't know. I mean, how could things have gone differently? I could have gone for a knockoff or whatever into the Kyogre turn 1. Then my Evoltol would have been at a nicer amount of HP. But he would have also still had Tornadus around. So here's a Water Spout. Critical hit on the Amoonguss, lovely. And I'm imagining it's Necrozma. Yep, here we go. And a U-turn. Back into his Kyogre. So, does he Trick Room? Because I have got an Amoonguss. I'm going to say, no, he doesn't Trick Room. I'm going to say he goes for a Photon Geyser instead. Because unless he's got Ice Beam, his Kyogre is not going to knock my Amoonguss out. So I'm going to go for a Moon Blast into the Kyogre and a Rage Powder here. Because if he does knock out my Amoonguss, I get a free switch back into Evoltol. So maybe going to be a close end game. Oh, he has got Ice Beam, and this is going to knock the Amoonguss out. Oh, it's not. Okay. Wow, I thought that critical hit with the Water Spout was going to come into play there, but thankfully this bulky Mushroom survives. And now, we're not in a terrible position. We're not in a good position, definitely not, but we're not in a terrible position because, okay, I can Dazzling Gleam and Foul Play into the Necrozma. But what if... Does Necrozma get Wide Guard? I should know that, shouldn't I? Don't think it does. I think it's just Solgaleo and Lunala that get Wide Guard, isn't it? I don't think it's got Wide Guard. They don't have Wide Guard. So I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam, Foul Play into that. If he protects his Kyogre and brings in Incineroar, I just double protect the next turn. I think I'm okay. Just doing this. He has to try and play around this, but he's not. My Evoltol is very fast. This is going to knock his Necrozma out. I should think we've won the game at this point then. Yeah. No Colbur Berry on the Necrozma. Wow, okay, so... Yeah, right. Strange game. Very strange game. Apologies for my passive-aggressive tones. I've been sitting here for 2 hours or more now, trying to record this video for you. So yeah, I think we're okay. We just need to double protect on his fake out. There's no need to not double protect. I mean, what worst case scenario is Moonblast down to what in 90% whatever, vary back up to 60. Foul play will take him down to I don't know. I'm just thinking if he so if he gets a flare that's critical hit into my Xerneas, the recoil should put him in range of 2 foul plays anyway. So I think we have won this game. I don't think there's any way he can win this now. Just because the only way he possibly can knock out my Xerneas does damage to himself as well, which is key for my Yveltal to knock him out, if he does get the critical hit. So yeah, interesting that he did just leave his Kyogre in turn 1 there. But it worked out for him, somewhat. But yeah, let's just Moonblast and Foul Play into the Incineroar. I'm not knocking off because this is going to activate a Berry. And so Foul Play will do more damage. Ooh. Or not. Alright, well, I don't know what kind of Incineroar that was. Okay, that was a strange roll, but either way, we won the game. And yeah, I mean, maybe it's not been the best showing, but you know, I hope you've enjoyed watching me do these battles at least. Yeah, this is a team that I used at the regional. You can see it's not solid, it's not perfect, but you know, we've managed to make our way through a video, and that is the main thing. Yeah, I mean, if I literally, I'll show you. If I just pick the DS up, then straight away, that's what happens. And I can't reconnect it without turning everything off again. So, I mean, if I disconnect it, reconnect it, does nothing. Wiggle it around, does nothing. I have to literally close everything and open it. It's just, yeah. So this is why I've not been uploading much to YouTube, just because the slightest movement to my DS and it just ends it like that. And just the end of any video that I'm trying to record at the time. It's very frustrating, but anyway, we've made it through this one. You know, I hope you've enjoyed this week. This is a team that I used. You know, please, I would say please like and share and subscribe and all the rest of it. You know, there is MBL stuff coming up as well, so I believe this weekend coming tomorrow, if the scheduling goes okay, which it hasn't for the most of the season, but if scheduling goes okay, our semi-final game against Team Drinking Birds will be online tomorrow. It'll either be on Cybertron's channel or on my channel, one of our channels, but it'll be up. So yeah, I mean, stay tuned. I mean, maybe I'll just stick to doing showdown lives. Maybe if someone has got a capture card DS that they do want to lend me for the rest of the season, maybe I will make use of it and try and record some more stuff as well too. But you know, I hope you can understand why I'm not too eager to try and record on BattleSpot, just because you can't work with that really. So I hope, again, you know, whatever. I'm rambling on. I hope you've enjoyed this week. Thank you very much for your viewership. You know, all of your nice words over the weekend. You know, everything. I do appreciate all that. So thank you very much, guys, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye for now.